Hey, it's Astro D, relationships and synastry. That's my specialty. However, I love making learning astrology real simple and easy. Thank you so much for joining me on my Sun Through Houses video series, right? So basically in this series, what I'm talking about is the sun. What does it do when someone's sun superimposes on one of your houses, right? One of your house system, because we have 12 house systems, and when we meet another person, they have a planet that comes into that house, or maybe not. Sometimes you don't, depending on what the calculation is, but they have a planet coming into one of your houses, and vice versa. You're going to have planets going into their house. So today's video is about the sun in the first house. So what are we dealing with the sun? Oh, and by the way, make sure you like, share, and please subscribe to my page. Also follow me on Instagram at AstroDee5. And if all this sounds crazy to you, make sure you just hit me up and get a synastry reading with me, or a couple reading. But when the sun is in your first house, we're dealing with the ego energies. We're dealing with the pride of one person, right? We're dealing with how they shine. How are they going to light? What area of their life they're going to light up? So today, in the first house, right? The first house is dealing with the body. It's right on the ascendant. The first house is the ascendant pretty much. And that's when we're dealing with the physical body, what you look like, what you feel on a physical level from someone, who you are. It's the representative, the first house, right? It's a representative when you're little. When you're a little kid, that's because it represents early life. So it's the one that you pick up on when you're little. You know what I mean? You decide, like, I'm comfortable being this around my family, because those are the first people that you're around when you're a kid. So you say, I'm comfortable being this first house of my family, whether that's Sagittarius, blase, blase. So we're dealing with when someone's sun, someone's pride, ego, their confidence, their strength, it comes to your body, your physical makeup here. So this is somebody already giving you goosebumps, right? They're giving you goosebumps till they light up your life. Now, mind you, you are the house person, let's say, and this other person is the sun. So they come and they bring their sun, they bring you a sense of confidence to your physical body. You might feel pretty damn good about yourself around this person. They may make you want to do more things that you haven't been able to do before. So let's say, you wanted to walk around on the beach with your bikini, but you're scared your thighs is rubbing together or something like that. That some person will be like, baby, you look good. You better get out there on that beach, and you better be confident about it. And when you're with them, you'll feel that. Maybe when they leave now, you might not feel as confident walking around on that beach with cellulite. But, the goal is, to strengthen, hopefully the goal is in a relationship, is to strengthen what you don't normally have. So remind you, the first house, again, that's also the entire life. So this person is going to light up a big majority of the things that you do in your life. They're going to bring it. Also, this is ego clashes and conflicts as well, the sun. Okay, so the sun could also now, we're dealing with aspects here. I'm talking about this on a general sense when I talk about the sun through houses. Very general, because I don't know the aspects. So if the sun is in the first house in good aspect, this is that type of person that takes you, that makes you feel confident about your physical presence when you walk through the door. I look good. Or, they're your hype man. You know what I mean? They're going to tell you how good you look and all that stuff. But more so, not necessarily because other planets go through the first house and they do that, but this is more on the strength confidence level, giving you that confidence boost on a basic, I guess you want to say superficial, on the level of the edge, right? Where you're going to get this boost from this person. This is what I do. This is what I need to keep accomplishing when I'm with them, right? So this is the sun, their sun coming into your first house. You have a new, maybe even some ego. You might even get a little cocky when you got that first house person, just coming in and making you feel all strong. They actually add physical strength. You might feel a little stronger with this person. They may push you to want to be stronger, okay? And we're all developing our ego here. We're all trying to feel good about ourselves. So it's kind of nice when you have someone's sun in their first house, right? So now if this is negatively aspected, right? Or it's in a bad sign, or it's just tough aspects. And when I say negatively aspected, I mean, first, that person has issues with their sun. Where is their sun? How is that working? Do they have problems with their own self-esteem? Because let me tell you something, they're bringing that right to your first house. So if they have issues with self-esteem, if they're not a very positive person, if you know, they're kind of cowardice, you know, they're going to bring that to your first house. So now where you didn't have insecurities, now you got them. Now all of a sudden, you know, so let's talk about that bikini situation again with a badly aspected sun. They may take away your confidence and pride about yourself. They may diminish that a little bit when you're with them. So, you know, you take your bathing suit off and they're like, damn, baby, you don't want to go to the gym? You don't want to do something with yourself? And you're like, man, I feel really good about my body when I'm with me. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden I'm hanging with this fool and I'm questioning how my physical presence and what, you know, if it, or they may make you feel like a coward. You know what I'm saying? A situation might happen and they're like, no, you ain't gonna stand up for yourself. I would have stood up for myself because mind you, this person already has issues. Now let's say this person doesn't have issues. However, they are still affecting your planets in a negative way, you know, or it's in a bad degree. So let's say their sun is okay, but they're still coming into your chart and aspecting it certain types of ways. So not all the time. Okay, is this a great thing? You know, when someone's sun is in your first house, it depends on the condition of that sun being there. What is the sun doing? What is the condition of your first house? All right, do you have other planets there? Is that sun conjuncting another planet that you already have there? That's a whole nother series though. That's a whole nother series. I'm going to get to you on that. So now we're looking at when your sun, you're the sun person now. You're the pride and confidence bringer, you know, the ego bringer, you know, the specialness. Right? When you're special, you got the sun somewhere, right? You're bringing that into someone's house. So when you see them or when you're with this person, you feel pride about their first house, their physical presence, the general display that they bring, you feel good about. You want to show it off. You want to brag. Usually when you got a planet in someone's first house, you want to show them off anyway, regardless, no matter what it is. Now, Saturn is a little different though. We're going to get into Saturn now. But you know, some houses are different. But with the sun, your sun being in this person's first house, you can now feel a sense of pride, right? That their ability to do things, they can get things done. Oh, DeAriesha, she could do, by the way, that's my name. AstroDee Stars is also DeAriesha. But you know, DeAriesha, she could do that. She is confident. She is on point. And I'm proud of that. I want to show that off to the world, right? I want to show it off to everybody. Or remember, mind you, when the sun is not in a positive aspect, this is where the sun person starts to get insecure with this person. They don't, let's say they have issues with their self-esteem, you know, they're hanging with you. And this is usually the sun. It's not necessarily a romantic planet. It can be, because the sun in the first house is definitely an attraction planet. You're proud of the person that you're finally going to be, that you're attracted to. You're confident in their abilities. You're confident that they are a capable, able, healthy, whatever type of person. You know, it's a good camaraderie too between the two. You guys both, there's also, you know, general aspects. It's not just one person that feels something in a house overlay like this. It's both people. Both people tend to get, you know, the benefit of having the sun in the first house here, because both are feeling confident about the relationship. And where the sun is really sets the tone of how this relationship is going to play out on a first general aspect here. And you want to know that. You want to know, you know, how is this person's ego? What is the health of their ego? And how does the health of their ego affect me? So it's going to affect you in a way where, you know, like I said, you're going to feel better about yourself. If it's a good aspect, if it's a negative aspect, you might not. This is where they may start to bring up some insecurity issues. And we all deal with our own, you know, type of insecurities. We all are feeling, you know, you got some part on you, on your body that's like, you know, you're not really feeling it, but you still have to bring forth your sun. No matter what, the sun is your confidence and so on and so forth. You know, how are you presenting yourself? How healthy is your ego? Are you getting into ego battles? So this sun in the first house person may get into a physical ego battle with you, where they're like, why are you wearing that? Why you got that on? Maybe you need to, I'm not proud of you in that skimpy dress. That dress is skimpy to me, and I need you to change your clothes. And you're just sitting there, you know, the first house person, like, wow. See, this is that questioning. Now you're like, whoa, well, maybe I do kind of dress a little scantily clad, and maybe I need to switch up, you know, my wardrobe and stuff. But I was good. I was fine before Sam, Joe, whoever his name is, came into my first house. And these can be friends too. You can have a homegirl that's got the son in your first house, and she has a afflicted son, all right, and she's coming in making you feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Making you feel some kind of way about your whole life too, because the ascendant is the general aspect of how your life is gonna go. So this is the person that you don't talk about moving if it's a negative aspect now. Only if it's not in great aspect. Because sometimes, like I said, you know, we really don't know. People can be unpredictable, and you got to understand if a person has truly lived out their sign, or they're truly evolving from this chart or not. You know, are you guys, now this sun person could be coming into the house first to teach you about having confidence, regardless of if a person is telling you, if a person is hinting at it, because we are going to meet these people regardless. We're going to meet these people. They're going to teach us lessons, right? You know, whether it's a friend, lover, they're going to teach us lessons about themselves. So the lesson with the sun in the first house is having confidence in your physical presence, all right? The way you dress, the way you walk. Right? This person may talk, you know, point out some issues in how you walk, or point out the good thing. Like, man, I like how you strut. I like it. Right? With the sun in the first house. The sun in the first house, the couple as one will definitely, like I said, have some kind of issues going back and forth. Now, this depends on where this person's sun is. I would have to see exactly, to do a synastry report. That's what I do. I have to look at exactly where one person's sun is. Right? Just doing sun. You got all these planets. I look at where one person's sun is, and then I look at where the other person's sun is. See if that has aspects. See if what houses they impose into. And then you can tell the story of how, you know, pride works within the relationship. Are they proud of each other? Are they proud of the relationship as one? How does that go? So I want you to stay tuned for the next videos that I have coming up, and I'm going to go through every house system. Make sure you're also following me on Instagram at AstroDee5, where I get the goods and I give you all that stuff. Check out the link in the description if you want to book a synastry reading with me, where I can understand, you know, where the houses are. And make sure you let me know if you have a love situation where your partner's sun is in your first house, or whatever house it is. Let me know how it's working out for you. I love my case studies, and I love to know how everybody's doing their thing. So again, make sure you please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned, because I got much more coming for you.